For the first time in its decades-long history, Nexus Mods, the largest and most influential video game modding platform, has changed hands. But what could have been a smooth transition turned into a fan-fueled investigation when founder Robin Scott revealed the site had been sold, yet declined to name the new owners. That decision proved costly. Within days, sharp-eyed users uncovered the identity of the buyers, a company called Chosen. But more alarming than the name were the backgrounds of its founders. Digging into their professional histories, fans discovered that one co-founder's LinkedIn profile referenced a gaming startup monetization cheat sheet, which disturbingly included controversial tactics like NFTs, microtransactions, and in-game monetization schemes, the very practices Nexus Mods users have long stood against. The fanbase erupts over monetization fears. Once this information surfaced, the backlash was swift and brutal. Nexus Mods has long been a haven for community-made, free, fan-created content, and the suggestion that its future could include paywalls, NFTs, or freemium mechanics felt like a betrayal. This outrage forced a rare direct response from one of Chosen's founders, known online as Folidinho, who reached out to PC Gamer to clarify the company's intentions. According to Folidinho, Chosen has no intention to sell mods or force users into premium-only access. However, the statement also failed to provide clarity on how Chosen plans to monetize the platform, a troubling omission, especially considering their corporate background and the language of their past pitches. The reassurance wasn't enough to quell fears entirely, but it did mark the start of a damage control campaign. Monetizing mods, a legal and ethical minefield. The heart of the issue lies in the legal gray area surrounding modding. While game developers often tolerate or even encourage hobbyist modding, they generally draw a hard line when money is involved. Selling mods, especially without licensing agreements, could invite lawsuits from major publishers and destroy years of goodwill between the modding community and the industry. That leaves Chosen in a precarious position. Traditional monetization models like advertising and optional premium subscriptions are likely safe, but they may not generate enough revenue to satisfy investors in the long run. Adding intrusive monetization tools, even outside of paid mods, risks alienating the very users that built Nexus Mods into a powerhouse in the first place. A trust problem that could have been avoided. What stung most for longtime users was the lack of transparency. Robin Scott's decision to withhold the buyer's identity only amplified concerns and invited speculation. Had the transaction been handled more openly, it's possible the community wouldn't have reacted with such suspicion, or at least would have had more time to understand the new leadership's goals. Instead, the secrecy fueled a sense of betrayal. For a site built on trust, collaboration, and volunteer labor, the optics of hidden ownership and NFT-adjacent language suggest a future that's out of step with its roots. The future of Nexus Mods remains uncertain. Despite the reassurances, many modders and users remain wary. The fear isn't just about NFTs or microtransactions. It's about a shift in philosophy, from a user-first, community-driven platform to a profit-oriented tech venture. If Chosen pushes too hard or too fast with monetization, it could trigger a mass exodus to alternative platforms or prompt developers to clamp down on modding altogether. For now, Nexus Mods remains operational and free, but the episode has cast a long shadow. What was once a stable, beloved corner of the gaming world now finds itself at a crossroads, one defined not just by ownership, but by trust.